All right, all right. I think we got everything up and running now. I think we got everything up and running. I'm doing a little trial here. We testing a few things that we got going on here, and I want to make sure that hold on, let me make sure that we're up and running here. I think we are. I think we are. Good deal, good deal. Now, what I want to do, I want to come out and hang out with you all just a few minutes. And talk about a few things that's actually going on. Let me make sure that is saying that everything is live. Make sure that we're live here. Make sure that we got everything going on as it should be. Make sure that our sound quality is up to par and we're getting everything. It looks like my monitors are working properly with my sound. Let me see here. Make sure this is there we go. Let me make sure that my sound is coming through here. Oh, yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, this is the Raheen Ashimi show. I'm here. I just want to come out and talk to you for a few minutes and tell you about a few things that's going on in and around our community and what we're going to be doing for the year of 2021. This is going to be a great year. I see some fantastic things for a lot of people, not only for DKM Media Group, but for a lot of people that's connected with us and that are not connected with us, that's doing some great things. And I'm so very proud of each and every one of you. I'm so very proud of each and every one of you, of all the things that you are doing. Continue to do the things that you are doing, and let's win. Let's win. I have a friend of mine. She has a book with a lot of young ladies that's actually on Real Housewives Atlanta, and they're highlighting their book, Wake Up Winning. Wake Up Winning. And I want to thank her for everything that she's doing, that she has been doing in and around our community. She has a great project, brought a lot of wonderful, amazing ladies together, and they have the book entitled Wake Up Winning. Wake Up Winning. And what they are doing, they're actually bringing a lot of things to the forefront as to what they are doing in and around the community and communities. Make sure that I didn't mess that up right there. Okay, good. I want to get this. I'm gonna show this video, and I'm actually trying to port it up and make sure that is okay. There we go. I think we're good. I'm gonna show this video, and then I'm jumping all over the place. So y'all bear with me for a second. Like I said, this is just a trial run. I'm not trying to knock it out the park, if you will, but I'm trying to knock it out the park. I want to knock it in the Hudson River. Y'all New York fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. When I say knock it in the Hudson, I'm trying to knock it in the Hudson. Y'all know who one of my teams are in baseball. And I also like, and let me put this out there, I also like my Dodgers. I love my Dodgers too. So I got my East Coast and my West Coast team that I pull for. If Rashid were to see this, Rashid Jeffries, a very good friend of mine, like a brother, he would say, there I am jumping all over the place again. Hey, I like what I like, man. I like what I like. But listen, I'm going to play this video right here. I'm going to play this video. And this is how do people deal with, and this young man, he's talking about how you deal with church hurt. How you deal with church hurt in and around, and everybody, you've heard this, you heard this saying a lot. Church hurt. What exactly is church hurt? Does it really exist? Is it something that really exists at all? Well, he's going to tell you a little bit. The video is about almost 5 minutes long. So I'm going to play this for you, and we're going to come back and we're going to keep this thing going. This is how to deal with church hurt. I've been hurt by the church. How to deal with church hurt. I've been hurt by the church. Have you? Did you get over it? Were you able to deal with it? But let's play the video and just see exactly what it is they're talking about.
How do you respond when you've given your life, your time, and a whole bunch of your money to a church only to be disappointed and hurt? That's our topic today on The Beat. Hey everyone, my name is Alan Parr. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Here on The Beat, we release a new video every single Tuesday, and today we are talking about dealing with church hurt. And I can tell you personally from my experience that I have dealt with everything from a pastor in college trying to come on to me to another pastor later on calling me the N-word from the pulpit during his sermon. I also personally know people who have given their hard-earned money to churches only to find that whenever they were in need, whether it may be financial or they or their loved ones were sick and in the hospital, and nobody from the church came to check up on them, nobody visited them, nobody called them, and this has left them bitter, angry, and disappointed with church. And so today I just want to give you a few things to consider when dealing with church hurt. Number one, be careful not to allow a negative church experience to cause you to drift away from God. Whenever you experience church hurt, you will be strongly tempted to just throw up your hands and say, you know what, God, I am through with church and I am through with you. God invites us in his word and he says, call on me in the day of trouble. And so if you're going through a season where you're not really regularly going to church, it's in these times when you have to be extra intentional to draw even closer to God in Bible study, in prayer, and in worship. Because if you do not do this, I promise you, you will find yourself quickly drifting away from God. Number two, extend grace to your leaders. So what ends up happening is we end up putting pastors and leaders up on such a high pedestal that whenever they disappoint us, we are crushed. We have to understand that they are human too. And so depending on the size of the church, there's a good chance that they could have easily overseen an email, a text message, or a request for help. So we must always remember that even though we were hurt by a church, it very well may not have been their intent to do so. Number three, don't judge all churches by one church. It's so interesting to me that whenever we get hurt in our romantic relationships, we somehow find enough courage to jump into another one. And if it's a good relationship, we're glad that we did, because if we hadn't done it, then we could have easily missed out on the person that God had for us. In the same way, no matter how many negative church experiences that you may have had, I want to encourage you to continue to try to find the right church for you. Pray and use wisdom and ask God to lead you to the right church, because if you don't, you could very well be short-circuiting your own blessings. Number four is huge, and that is to bring it to the church's attention. The Bible says to speak the truth in love. And so as difficult as it is, and no matter how long ago it is, the only way that that church is going to improve is if we find enough courage to sit down with the leaders and clearly communicate our disappointment with them. When you do that, you are not only expediting the healing process in your own life, but you are making that church aware so that somebody else down the line will not have to experience the same pain that you did. Number five is a tough one, and that is to resist the urge to speak negatively about that church or that church leader. And so whenever we are bitter, angry, and frustrated with a church, it's easy for us to find ourselves slandering the church or slandering the leader and speaking negatively about that person to someone else who may be interested in going to that church. And as a result, without even knowing it, the enemy is using us to cut off and short circuit the blessing that God may want to do in and through that person's life in that church. Finally, number six, to forgive those who have hurt you. At some point, we as Christians must grasp this truth that forgiveness is not an option. It is a command. If you are a Christian, we do not have the choice to remain angry, bitter, and unforgiving towards others. Forgiving them doesn't mean that the pain is gone, but it just simply means that we've gotten to the point where we can pray for them, we can love them, we can support them, we can speak well of them, and we can celebrate their success. So guys, I cannot tell you how many times that I have been frustrated or disappointed with a church or a church leader, but I still give, I still serve, I still go, I still support, I still invite, because I know that Jesus is using the church to reach the world, and I desperately want to be a part of anything that Jesus is building. Guys, this is a super sensitive topic. There's so many people out there who have been devastated by churches. So leave your comments, questions in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time on The Beat.
That is the thing right there. That is the thing right there that a lot of people cannot get past. They can't get past it. If something happened in the church, and let me explain this to you. Let me say it to you like this. If you go to work and on your job where you work, where you make your money, where you take care of your family, if somebody did some of half the stuff that they done against you in the church, if they did that to you on your job, would you stop going to work? How you gonna go home and tell your significant other, well, I'm not going back to that job? They talk so bad on their job. They talk about people. They put people down. They disrespect people. They do all kind of things. They drinking. They smoking. They doing all kind of things on their job. I'm not going back to that job. I'm not going back to that job. I don't care what you say. I'm not going back to that job because I don't appreciate how they conduct themselves at that place of business. I don't appreciate it. Would you say that? Would your significant other allow you to say that? Would your significant other let you just go ahead on and talk like you want to talk about your job, the one that's paying the bills in your house, that's paying the bills, putting food on your table, clothes on your children and your significant other's back? Would your significant other allow you to just say, I'm not going back? I don't care what you say, how you say it, I'm not going back. I don't think so. I think y'all will probably sit down. If it's a good, healthy relationship, y'all will probably sit down and try to come up with some kind of remedy where you can continue to go to the job, continue to make the money, so you can continue to support your family. But just to say that, no, you come home one day angry, I'm not going back. Is that what you think would happen? That's what happened in the church every day. You see, people in the church are the same people that's on the jobs. People in the church are the same people that talk on your job. People in the church are the same people that drink on your job. So how could you say that I'm going to continue to go to one that's supporting me financially and not go to the other that's supporting me spiritually? Not everybody in the church is bad. I'm sure of everybody that you see in that church. I'm sure of everybody that you see in that church that's doing something that's not suitable to you. You could probably line 10 or 12 people up that's doing the right thing. You think it's Sister Susan that's doing something wrong? Well, Sister Jane is doing something right. Brother Tommy that's doing something wrong? Well, Brother Barry is doing something right. How do you weigh it? How do you? But you're so quick to say, church hurt. I've been hurt by that church. I ain't going back. But you get up every morning, every night, whatever shift, depending on the shift that you work, you continue to get up and you continue to go to that job. Maybe we should have church at your job. Maybe we should have church at your job. Because I know you're going back to work, but you won't go back to church. How does that work? Help me understand that. I got another video I'm going to play for you. This right here, I like this one too. This one is talking about how serving in the church saved this young man's life. Listen to this one. I think you'll like this one as well. Serving in the church saved his life. Are you serving? Are you doing anything in the church? Or are you just going there on Sundays or whenever you have Bible study or whatever, sitting out there amongst the people? When the service is over, you get up and walk out the door. Just a question. Just a question. Listen to this.
Julius, I was thinking we'd just take a moment here and just talk a little bit about serving from the perspective of the church. You run the A team, and the A team here is how we serve at the church. Could you talk a little bit about what's it like to serve on Sunday morning in the church?
Oh, absolutely. Serving on Sunday morning, if I was to really sum it up, it's the feeling you get when you know you're about to have the best day ever. When you know ahead of time, like when you're a kid and it's Christmas, when it's your birthday or the best event is coming up, every Sunday morning you wake up with this feeling like it's about to be the best day ever because you feel purposed. You don't just show up being in a position, you feel like I'm purposed for this. And when you wake up, it's this overwhelming sense of I'm about to go do something I'm called to do. And when you get up there and you see the A team, you look in their faces, you realize everyone here has the same thought. Like we're purposed for this. We're not positioned, we're purposed, and it's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. So can you talk a little bit about how serving has changed your life, impacted your life?
I'll give you the small version. I'll tell you the story.
Good, because you got 4 minutes and 25 seconds. and I need 3 minutes of those. So.
All right. I'm going to go right into it. Really quick, how I began serving. I was doing everything else different. I wasn't in church really that much. I visited, partied a lot. I drank a lot. I was pretty much ruining my life. And then one of the ushers said, would you mind coming Saturday mornings to clean? And I said, all right, because initially I felt I can't serve. I'm not good enough. And he gave me the opportunity and said, you can come serve. So I'm trying to show up Saturday mornings, but the problem is I'm still trying to party. So all of a sudden I'm realizing this isn't working, because when I don't make it, someone approaches me and says, hey, you didn't show up Saturday. We were waiting for you. That's accountability on me all of a sudden. So one day, finally, it just dawned on me. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I got to be at church Saturday morning. It's Friday and I'm out. Let's be honest. So I park my car in a parking lot, put a sign in the window and say, please wake me up when you get here. So I went to sleep. They didn't see the sign, but I woke up in time. I'm like, I'm late. And I run inside to clean. And I made a decision that day. I got to choose something different, because something has to replace what's happening. And that day I decided it has to be this. It can't no longer be that, because I couldn't do both anymore. So good. So good.
I think that's such an incredible story. When you told me that, you said a phrase. It was like, serving saved my life.
Serving saved my life. Literally. Where I was going, some people say they drank. I used to drink like a bottle of wine a night. I had a problem. And serving helped me to shift out of that problem and say, there's something better for your life than this.
Wow.
And I don't touch alcohol at all anymore. There's so many things I used to do that when serving came in, it brought life and said, you can do this instead. Because doing that isn't the way. It literally saved my life.
Wow. Jesus saved your heart. Serving saved your life.
Amen.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Thank you, Julius. Miles.
Now, how powerful is that?
Because at stake in this election is control.
That's your president trying to talk over me. But how powerful is that? This young man said that serving in the church saved his life. Serving in the church actually saved his life. I mean, how beautiful is that? Are you serving? Are you doing anything in the church at all? Or are you that individual that just like go to church? And it's a beautiful thing to go to church. I mean, I love going to church too. But are you that individual that go to church, and while you're in church, the only thing you want to do is go there, hear the word, go there, hear the word, get up and go about your business. Become active. Do some things in the church. Do some things. Try it. Try it. And just see how it'll work out for you. I think it'll work out just fine if you give it an honest attempt. And pray for somebody, y'all. Pray for somebody. Take an opportunity. Pray for somebody. And allow that individual to pray for you as well. Man, I'm ready to get out of here today. Again, it's been a great broadcast. I want to thank you all for joining us. This is the Raheen Ashimi show. I'm going to be doing a lot of these. Like I did one last week, doing one this week. I'll probably do 2 more before the week is over. And Happy New Year. Did y'all make a resolution? Did y'all make a New Year's resolution? Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of y'all by next week, whatever your resolution was that you made yesterday, what's today, the 2nd? Whatever New Year's resolution you made coming into yesterday, I pray that you stand with it. But you know, look at that rearview mirror. How many resolutions did you keep? 3, 4, 5 months in? Some of y'all, held on to it as long as you could. 6 months. I got this. And let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all New Year's resolution was to lose some weight? I'm going to exercise. I'm going to join the gym. Boy, I tell you what, January, February, boy, the gym memberships is high, is through the roof. Y'all out there that work in them gyms, y'all know, January, February, the memberships are through the roof. People are paying, money's coming in. It's a great time. March, April, May, man, the memberships, hey, look here. People are closing down them memberships. No, ain't no need me going over there no more. Ain't no need me going over there no more. It's over. His all over. I know y'all love when I bust a note, but listen, I gotta get out of here, man. This has been a good day. Hope that you enjoyed it. Hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you got something out. I took my screen away. I'm gonna bring it back up just for a second. Hope you all got something out of this, and y'all have a great day. It is now what is it? It is now 4:13. You're about to exit the Raheen Ashimi show. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And we shine some of this light on you from the Raheen Ashimi show. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. You'll have a great day. Love somebody. You just might find some love in return.